I'm Barry Tramel, and I say it turns out Nick Carlson was not the tonic for the struggling Thunder.
Still a defensive struggle for this team right now. When will it break? From the Opupco studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. Barry, you saw this one up close on Sunday night against the Spurs. Nick Carlson's back, and it was a good sign, but it wasn't the be-all, end-all for this Thunder team.
No, I'll say this for Nick. He goes in the game, and all of a sudden, the Thunder's taking another charging foul. Finally, somebody's getting in front of somebody. It took Carlson coming back from injury to do it, but the defense is still not there. Thunder played better on defense, not good enough. They're not getting back to their level of last season. I don't know what the problem is. Jeff Green, after the game, admitted they just haven't been playing with enough effort. If you watch the national telecast on ESPN Friday night, Thunder beat Portland, nice victory, but Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy torched the effort of the Thunder, saying these guys are not giving the kind of effort that you have to give. And I think that's the problem. For whatever reason, the Thunder has not found that magic level that produced the 50 wins last season.
Well, I think problematic, too, about this defense is that there's no area that is solidified. It's not like they've got good perimeter defense and the interior defense is struggling, or vice versa. They're struggling everywhere. They're letting guys get to the basket. They're letting the big guys shoot. They're letting the outside shooters shoot. I mean, it's really a compounded issue. We saw Matt Bonner, not exactly known as a scoring phenom in the NBA, 7 for 7 from behind the three-point line. Barry, I have to think somebody could have got out and guarded Matt Bonner on Sunday night.
Well, I mean, Scott Brooks said the plan was you don't leave Matt Bonner. You don't back off. You don't help off. You got to stay on Matt Bonner. He's easy to stick to. He doesn't run around. He's not quick. He just stands there and waits for somebody to throw him the ball, and he shoots that sideways spinner that goes in. Swish. The Thunder kept leaving him. We saw it Friday night with the game on the line. Thunder up 2 at the buzzer. James Harden somehow loses Rudy Fernandez. He gets open in the corner, the easiest three-pointer to make. Fernandez clangs it off, or the Thunder goes down that night. This team has got to figure it out. Now, that being said, went back to last year, and the Thunder was not a great defensive team early last season, struggling along. They were 8-7 after 15 games. Everybody was excited at that point. Of course, now 1 game over 500 does not get us excited because we know the potential of this team. But they've got to start playing defense. I don't know, maybe they need Jason Garrett to take over this team and scare him into doing something. But for right now, Scott Brooks is not getting the message across about this team.
Yeah, and I don't buy. I know Ron Adams is a great defensive coach. I get that, but these guys know what it takes. They know what it takes to play defense. They did it a year ago, and they were really good at it. It was a top-to-bottom effort. You saw everybody getting involved. I mean, look at it's mostly seen looking at the block numbers last year. You had guys at all positions blocking shots, getting hands on shots. To me, that's the sign of a team that's defensive-minded, that gets after it, and athletically they have that ability. That hasn't changed. They have essentially the same guys out there, and whether it's guys starting to buy into the hype that they've arrived, whether it's not having Ron Adams there yelling at them, not having Nick Carlson on the floor, maybe it's a combination of factors, but Nick Carlson's back, Ron Adams is not coming back, and this team is going to have to figure it out, or we're going to see a lot more close games, and Barry, in the end, we're going to see a lot more losses than we saw a year ago. Stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.